Welcome back everyone, this is Wizard1 with another unboxing. This time it's the Xiaomi Redmi Note 4X Phablet China Mobile Silver Gray variant. I bought this because I recently tested and unboxed the Note 4 and this is supposed to be an improvement over its predecessor. This is aimed for the mid-range segment of the market and is priced at a very reasonable $175.99 US at GearBest. As usual, my unboxings run about 15 minutes in length, so if there are any specific aspects of this phone you would like to jump to directly, check out the description below for a table of contents with time-stamped links. As with most Xiaomi phones, the box itself is quite simplistic. There's not much on it besides some really basic specs here. Let me just open this up and see what it comes with. Okay, so upon opening this up, we have the phone itself, which has a screen protector already pre-installed on it. Let's just power this up. Okay, we have the standard manual here, which is basically all in Chinese. We have the SIM eject tool, which is right here. So that's the SIM eject tool, which we'll use later. Let me just quickly run the standard wipe of the phone. Oops, sorry. Where is that? Okay, so we'll just do the wipe of the phone so we can get that over with. We also have the standard micro USB cable, which I think I just mentioned, but anyways. We also have a standard or basic Xiaomi branded power adapter rated at, let's see if we can focus this. Don't think you can, but anyways, it's rated at output of 5 volts at 2 amps. The Snapdragon chipset on the 4X does support Qualcomm's Quick Charge 3.0. However, I guess for cost reasons, they only included a standard charger. I'm also a little sad that they also chose to go with micro USB when Type-C is becoming the standard throughout the industry. But again, it could be a cost issue. As for the phone itself, this is the 3GB RAM and 32GB ROM variant, which can be further expanded up to 128GB using a trans-flash or micro SD card. Instead of MediaTek Helio X20 deca-core system on a chip that was on the Note 4, the 4X is powered by a Snapdragon 625, which is a 64-bit ARM Cortex A53 octa-core processor running at up to 2 GHz. With the Snapdragon 625 coupled with the internal non-removable 4100 mAh battery, Xiaomi claims that the 4X is optimized to last over 17 hours on one charge. Obviously, I'll put this claims to the test in the full review, but since both phones have MIUI8, these claims are completely realistic, as it has a very aggressive power saving setting. Okay, so physically the 4X is a tad lighter than the 4, weighing in at 171 grams versus the 4's 190 grams. On the back we have a metal shell with standard plastic caps on the top and the bottom, which houses the various antennas. We have a Sony IMX258 Exmor image sensor with an f-stop 2 aperture size, capable of capturing stills at 13 megapixels and videos at a full 1080p at 30 frames per second. We also have a dual LED dual tone flash as well as the fingerprint sensor. On the front we have the 5.5 inch full HD display, which is protected by a piece of 2.5D curved Gorilla Glass. We also have the 5 megapixel camera front-facing Samsung image sensor, which also has a f-stop 2 aperture and is able to capture at 720p video. We also have the standard ambient light sensor here on the other side of the earpiece, and I'm assuming there is a. Besides, we have the power and the volume buttons, which are both made of metal. And we also have the headphone jack on the top, as well as the IR blaster, which is right here. I cannot stress my happiness that Xiaomi continuing to include an IR blaster, as I found it extremely handy and invaluable on my Mi Max. On the bottom we have the micro USB port, as well as the Folk dual grill speakers, where only actually one is the speaker, and the one here is the one with the actual speaker. On the final side here we have the pretty standard hybrid SIM card tray. So let me just quickly eject that out. So we have the pretty standard tray, which allows for 2 configurations, either 2 SIM cards or 1 SIM card and 1 memory card. As for compatibility to Canadian cellular networks, we should expect full compatibility on Rogers, Bell, and Telus' 3G networks using the 850 and 1900 MHz bands, and their 4G networks with band 7 running at 2600 MHz. Make sure you go to the cell phone tower link found in the description below to determine whether or not band 7 LTE running at 2600 MHz is deployed in your area, as it is not uniformly deployed Canada-wide. Okay, so now that we have it completely wiped, give me a sec to set it up, and then we'll look at the actual onboard software. Okay, so we have the phone set up now. You can see it here. So let me just quickly take off the screen protector. Okay, so there actually isn't a screen protector installed on this. It was just a covering. I thought it was a screen protector. Anyway, so that's the phone. You can see it actually has really nice angles, really sharp, looks really, really nice. Just looking at the phone specs itself. So the same thing as with the Note 4 that I tested. So although this is the China mobile variant of the phone, you can see here that MIUI Global 8.1 ROM is installed on it, so that is the newest ROM. I checked to see if there's any updates, and there are no updates. So just quick look at the specs here. We have it's a Redmi Note 4X. It runs on a version of Android 6.0.1 for 3 gigs of RAM, 32 gigabytes of ROM space with 23.21 gigabytes available, which isn't that bad at all. Okay, so besides that, we'll look at the MIUI. So this is standard MIUI. It doesn't have an app tray, which is why I will be using my Nova Launcher Prime instead of this, because I just don't like it when everything's just on the screen. I like to customize this. But you can see here, we just have some standard Google apps, very basic apps. Tools-wise, these are all the apps that MIUI usually has installed on it. So we have Compass Download Recorder Scanner, the MIUI Mi account, FM radio if you have a headphone jack, email, clock, calculator, and contacts. We do have on the bottom the recent apps, the home button, and the back, and it is backlit. Okay, so lastly, we will look at the actual Antutu benchmark for this phone, as there's really nothing else really on this to talk about. So let me just put that down and start the benchmark. Okay, so as you can see, the score that came out was 61,763 for the Note 4X. This is actually about 10,000 points less than the Note 4 that I tested. I believe the Note 4 benchmarked at 71,774. So there is a difference between the Snapdragon 625 and the MediaTek Helio X20 decacore. So that is that. Aside from that, that's really about it in terms of the unboxing for the Note 4X, Redmi Note 4X by Xiaomi. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, as you will get updates whenever I post new videos. Expect a full review video for the Xiaomi Redmi Note 4X in approximately a week to a week and a half. This has been Wizard1 doing the unboxing for the Xiaomi Redmi Note 4X, which is on sale at GearBest for $175.99 right now. Thanks for watching and have a great day.